What is going on, guys? This is Crozen, and this time I'm back using the Lothric War Banner. So this is probably the most unique weapon in this game. It adds all kinds of unique special effects to different weapons. But before I get into anything, you can basically make two different builds with this thing. You could go for an offensive build, or you can go for a support healer build, which is what I wanted to do. So I'm using projected heal to heal my teammates in 2s and 3s arenas, and then also bountiful sunlight to give them 10 HP regen per second. And then I'm also using the lightning arrow for a nice offensive spell that I could use every now and then for support. And then, as you see here, the blessed longsword as my main weapon for attacking. But I'm gonna go and show you basically all of my weapons and armor and rings first, because I don't want to miss any information talking about this war banner, because there's just so much to talk about. But I'm using the Sun Princess ring for HP regen on my character. As I said, I'm also using Blessed Longsword. And then if you take a look, you can also infuse the War Banner and even buff it up. But you do not want to buff up the War Banner, because if you do, then it overrides the effect of the weapon art buff, which I will show you in a second. And then that's really the whole point of this whole weapon, is the weapon art buff. So you do not want to buff up the War Banner. But if you do want to buff up a main hand, all you got to do is just put the War Banner in your offhand, and then get any kind of main hand you want, and then you can apply a resin to that, and then the resin will actually stack with the weapon art buff from the War Banner. But to basically do the weapon art on this thing, all you gotta do is just two-hand the War Banner and press L2, and then not only you but all of your teammates get 15% extra attack power. And not only that, but that also applies to all offensive spells. So like the lightning arrow here, this will actually do 15% more damage when you have the weapon art buff on the Lothric War Banner here. And the cool thing about this is that you can be across the map with this thing, cast it by yourself, and then all you gotta do is just run to your teammates, and then they will have this red aura around them, and then they will get the 15% extra attack power buff from this thing. So that's what's pretty neat about this. Also, you can have some pretty special effects with all different kinds of weapons in this game. Let's take a look at the Handmaid's Dagger here. All you gotta do is just swing this thing once while you have the buff active on the War Banner, and then as you see, it gives it a special effect. Now you actually have basically a better version of a simple infusion. As you see, my mana is regenerating a lot faster than a simple gem. But you can even two-hand the War Banner when you have the Handmaid's Dagger in one of your hands, either left or your right. And then it will actually give the Lothric War Banner a unique buff, which will increase the damage by roughly 20% with the Handmaid's Dagger. Now it only works for the War Banner because you have to have that two-handed, and you have to have the Handmaid's Dagger in one of your hands. So you can't just switch out into this and expect to get it on that, because it won't work. But it has all different kinds of special effects, like with the butcher knife. All you gotta do is just hit someone one time with the butcher knife, and then you will get the HP regeneration permanently for the effect of the duration of the weapon art. And then even with the Chaos Blade, all you gotta do is just hit someone one time with that, and what it will do is actually give you a debuff on your character, where you will constantly lose HP whenever you hit someone once with it. So it gives you a massive debuff. But it has all kinds of cool special effects like that on different weapons. There's a lot more than those three, but those are just some examples to name a few. Now, if you guys want to see the damage that this thing does, let me show you unbuffed first. So unbuffed, my Blessed Longsword has 380, and my Lothric War Banner has 355. Now whenever I buff this thing up with the weapon art, and by the way, you actually have to have the Lothric War Banner either in your left hand or your right hand like this. You also have to have it two-handed. But if you put the Lothric War Banner on your back, or if you put it away, then the weapon art buff goes away. So I thought I should show you guys that first. Like I said, there's just so much to talk about with this thing, so I'm kind of already losing track. But going back to the weapon art, and now showing you the damage with the weapon art on it. Now the Blessed Longsword has 437, and then the War Banner has 408. Now if you want to see the damage with the Handmaid's Dagger, with the war banner, now the war banner has 464 attack power two-handed, and then those are my stats over there on the left. The main focus was getting to 60 faith and then also 24 attunement, so that way I can be a good support class and also heal people. I found that whenever I had 18 attunement, it really wasn't working out too well. I was running out of mana very quickly after like 2 spells, so 24 worked out perfectly for me. And then also I didn't really have to go up to 40 strength or high dexterity because this is mainly a support class, so I didn't really want to go and maximize damage with this thing, but instead heal people and also provide decent damage at that. So that should do it for me, guys. I know there's just so much information to talk about with this thing, and I hope I didn't miss anything. But if I did, let me know in the comments, and also let me know what you are rocking with the Lothric war banner, and let me know what kind of build you want to see in the next video, and the one with the most thumbs up is the one that I will do next. So enjoy the rest of the video, and I am out. See ya.